Greetings, human mammal creatures. Lethal Larry here with a new game for my channel. This is Planet Crafters. It is a lot of fun. This is the fourth base I've started. The game is in early access, so there's still a long way from completion, so there's not a lot of content yet, and still it's so much fun that every time I get to the point where I've reached the end of the current content, instead of expanding my base, I enjoy it so much I've got to start again. So this is where you start. This is the condition of the planet that you're on when you start. Not a heck of a lot going on. Little spoiler for you folks, if you haven't played this before, you don't want to build your first base right here. It will get damp. This area turns into a lake. So you want to head up somewhere on the high ground. So this was just to show you what the original base is like when you start out. I'm going to go back to one of my other games here. Now this one's a little more advanced. This will show you where I am. So the area I just was somewhere over there. The last few times I built my base over there. In this case, I built my base inside the iridium mine here. And my reason for that was because I wanted to make it more convenient for access to some of the mining sites. So this is my iridium mine. This is my sulfur mine. This is the sulfur flats. This is my tree. I'll get back to that in a second. Here is my osmium mine. And these domes are for growing tree bark. So every 15 minutes or so I can come back here and I can get 24 tree bark, which is useful for a number of things you can craft. So I've got 3 levels of 4 of these. It's got a little dark out. So I've got my heat generators over here. I have solar panels here in a cave because logic. And strangely enough, it works. My resource warehouse. The nice thing is each of these cabinets you can custom name. These are DNA manipulators, so you can turn flower seeds into tree seeds, which help with your tree planters. Tree spreaders. So at this point in the game, I have all the tech unlocked. And you can craft stuff at either of these crafting stations. My food growers. It annoys me so much that this room has less light. Here you can craft your biological substances. got another tree dome. Got all my water collectors here. Gas collectors. Methane is used for biological stuff. I currently only have 5 fusion reactors. I normally set everything up so that all of my drills and heat generators and whatnot are all in one concentrated place, makes it easier to manage. However, because I've built my base in the mine this time, that didn't really work out, so I've kind of got them spread out. Mouse malfunction there. So each tier 3 tree spreader can make trees in a wide radius. Now this was originally going to be a Meteor Storm bunker, and the idea being that every time that there's a meteor storm, and there's a variety of them, the basic Meteor Storm just throws down basic resources like iron, magnesium, etc. Some of the other meteor storms will drop rarer substances like osmium and sulfur, and you can trigger meteor storms for iridium and uranium. And so my idea was that I would set that up, and the meteor storms always fall in a radius around you. So my idea was I'd trigger that, I'd be here, all the stuff would fall around me, and it would be so easy to collect. But as it turns out, there's a bug in the game where if an object falls right about here, anywhere really close to shore, you can't get it. And as this area started filling up with water, this turned out to be a terrible area for trying to collect meteors, because there's so much shore around here. So I ended up moving my whole operation back towards near the original start area. So what I'll typically do is I will prepare the materials for a bunch of rockets, and here I've set up 2 launch platforms. So usually I'll prepare about materials for about 20 rockets, come here, launch them all at once, and the reason why I have 2 launch platforms is because they take a while to manufacture the rocket and launch it. Actually, I will create a couple right now. I have my jetpack, which is helpful, but it doesn't let you fly. You just hover a little bit above the ground. Let's do 2. I've got these cabinets here for just dumping stuff in that I don't want to sort right away. I'm going to grab 3 silicon and 3 cobalt. So these 2 will increase your heat multiplier by 1,000%, your pressure multiplier by 1,000%. Plus, this one also triggers a uranium meteor storm. This one triggers an iridium meteor storm. These two are for biomass and oxygen, and these are just for GPS satellites. So start with that one. And the reason why I have two is because each one of these takes a few seconds to build the rocket, but also in the long time it takes to launch, you can't build another one. Or at least you can build another one, but there's a good chance that you'll get stuck in the one that's currently launching. So I found it's an easier way to save time by just putting the two launch pads together. So here in my bunker, primarily for safety. I mean, this type of meteor storm is usually fairly harmless. The meteors won't ever damage your base. But I'm here primarily so that, because the meteor storm is centered around me, all of the meteors will fall in this area, and behind me in the lake here, and the substances are much easier to pick up. Then this storm will end, and then another storm will start, and that'll be 8 iridium meteors. Your start position is a little randomized, so this time around, my start pod spawned right here. So this is a lot like most other survival crafting games, but the terraforming aspect of it, it really sets it apart. Not only is the game beautiful, but the way the planet develops as you play really adds something quite interesting to the game. There is one type of meteor storm. There is one type of meteor storm that is quite dangerous, and that's the supermassive meteor storms. And that drops hundreds of meteors around you very quickly, and I have died to that so many times. This close, but it's nothing. All these boulder chunks despawn after about 2 or 3 minutes, maybe 5 minutes, but the resources they drop will last close to an hour. So it's pretty easy to clean those up. There are 7 wrecks currently on the map to explore. That's a pretty big one over there. This one through the trees here is quite a small one. Yes, this is how trees really grow. Grass spreaders. All of this adds to your oxygen content as well as your you accumulate biomass. So here's a map of the current area of the game. There are 14 biomes currently. Uh, so there's some down to the this is south, this is north. Although apparently the devs are about to change that, so this is north, which is fine by me. But it's quite a large playing area, and there's so much stuff to find and pick up, and so much to craft. Uh, I think this game is great. If you haven't checked it out yet, you gotta check it out. That's all for me for today. Oh, these are the effigies you can get from the golden chests. There's 11 scattered around the map. So that's all for me for today. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Have a good one. Bye.